Webcam is going over here for now. I apologize. It's gonna look a little funny, but it has to be done. I can flip it, actually. I'll flip it so it looks better. There, now it looks like it does in the videos. Alright, hello guys. Hello YouTube. Today, we are doing the winners and the losers of PGL Cluj-Napoca. Let me shuffle these a little bit, because I just did an order that they were, that they finished in. Okay, we'll go like this. Guys, G2. What do we think on G2? They were kind of, I mean, bro, what is G2 at this point? What is G2? Are they just like a fine team? They lose to Vitality, but it's kind of close. It's 1-2. Okay. They lose to Parivision, who also makes the final. They beat Pain, beat Heroic, and lose to Navi 0-2. I don't know how to feel about them, bro. I don't think they're bad. I feel like if they're locked in, they can win a tournament, but this is literally just Heavy God fighting for his life. Everyone else was poop. Maddie's played really well at the tournament before this, and then he fell off. Sunpius is like consistently so mid, man. Is it time for G2 to bring in Klim? I know he was good for like one group stage at Krakow. And then in the playoffs, he kind of stunk. Overall, he had a 105 and a .88 in stage 1. I don't know, guys. I feel like G2 is kind of a nothing burger. Like, I don't know if I necessarily call them a loser, because are they really that good of a team? 0 second half round win for G2. Is that true? In the Navi series. What? Oh my fucking god, you're right. Oh my god, you're right, bro. This was 5-7 on their CT side. They got 0. I remember being like, I remember watching this game and thinking their CT side was horrid. And then they have a good CT side here, and then their T side is horrid. What the fuck are we doing, fellas? Klim is not the answer. I feel like I understand the point, but I feel like you also just have to take a chance on a young Opper, and he's like the easiest Opper for them to get because he's currently being loaned out. People said the same thing about MongolZ. People said MongolZ is going to be shit. He's farming tier 8 on Amcall. I feel like you never really know with these young Oppers if they're going to translate well to tier 1 or not. And at this point, like, if they're going to be this inconsistent, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe MongolZ as well, I feel like has been kind of disappointing, but like, I'm never going to give up on MongolZ, even if it pains me. I say they just send him back to NA. Just send him back to NA. Moving on from G2. Who else? Vitality. I mean, this is almost a nothing burger because I feel like we already knew that they are the best team. But I'll call them a winner because every single time I see Vitality play a tournament and they're locked in, it's like, I feel hopeless. Watching Vitality play from an unbiased perspective, is magical because every single player on the team in all of their positions is so fucking good. But when Vitality is actually locked in, literally it feels hopeless. Like, it feels like no other team can possibly beat them. So I'll call them, it's kind of a nothing burger, but at the same time, every single time I see them play in, like, in this insane form, like, I just get constantly reminded, bro. It's insane. Plus, ZywOo was playing out of his mind this year. Let me actually look at Vitality stats so far this year. CS feels solved. I mean, I guess that's kind of a good take. It does kind of feel like they solved Counter-Strike and everyone else is still trying to figure it out. So far this year, ZywOo has a 1-4-2, and then Flames and Rops kind of switched places with output-wise. Flames genuinely is, at this point, a top 3 player in the world. So far this year, output-wise, he's been a top 3 player in the world. And as an opener, this is going to sound fucking insane. If you actually look at Flame stats, he's literally rivaling Donk. He is quite literally rivaling Donk. You don't believe me? We looked at this yesterday on Twitch. I guess I was streaming yesterday as well. We literally looked at this. It's kind of unfathomable. 2026. Top 20. Donk is still a beast. He has a 1-3-3, okay? Flames is down here. I mean, not that far down. Not that far down. But if we go to playoff performance, ignore these. Flames has a 1-2-7, tied with Donk. And Flames has 3 times the maps! He's playing out of his fucking mind right now. He's genuinely like... It's genuinely output-wise at this... So far this year, I think Donk is a better player by a mile, and I don't think it's close. But specifically output-wise so far this year, like the number 2 spot in the world... I won't even finish the sentence, okay? I won't even finish the sentence. That's all that I'll say. That's all that I'll say at this moment. Flames are playing out of his fucking mind, okay? If Flames keeps this up, I mean, my God. And maybe, you know what? No, I'll just keep Vitality. I was going to put Flames in winners by himself. But then I feel like also Vitality or ZywOo is a winner because ZywOo got a clip. I feel like all of these great players have at least a handful of clips that's iconic for them. And ZywOo hit an iconic clip. One of the greatest spray transfers I have ever seen. So it's a W for him as well, so I'll just do the whole Vitality team. Next is FaZe. I mean, holy fucking shit. Dear God. What is to be said about FaZe? Who could have possibly seen FaZe making a run at Budapest and immediately falling off? Who could have possibly said that FaZe making the finals of that major was actually a bad thing because now they're going to keep their current roster and be dog shit? I don't know who would have said that. Who could have possibly said that? They're horrible. They're so horrible, man. I feel like there was so much cope. There was so much cope after Budapest. The revisionist history is crazy. I remember after this major, I don't even want to hear everyone. I remember after this major happened, everyone was saying, FaZe can make this roster work. Look what we just saw. We know if they stick together, we can make this roster work. I don't even want to hear that everyone knew. Okay. I remember the cope. I can look at the YouTube comments from the video I posted of people saying, you don't know ball. What do you mean FaZe is good? They just made the major final. I will not be hearing this revisionist history. There was so much cope after they did this. There was so much cope. And this iteration of FaZe is just horrible, okay? This iteration of FaZe is horrific. I don't even have that much to say. They have to build a completely new roster. It's over. Brokey is in prime Brokey form. Jacob, I think, is a horrible fit for the team. And Twist and Frozen are good, but in my opinion, I don't like both of them on FaZe at once. That's just my thoughts. Kerrigan, I still like, but he is 35, pushing 36. How much time does he realistically have left? We will see. We will see. FaZe stinks cock. MongolZ. Guys, MongolZ might be good again. They took a total of... It quite literally was like one event off. They took one event off with the new... with their new roster, with CobraZera. It was Krakow. They literally made the playoffs of Budapest with a stand-in. They played 2 events this year. They looked very, very good at Cluj. They got in 4th place. Krakow, they didn't look great. They didn't look great at all. They came in last place. But, like, this was their first big event together as a team. They were locked in here. They were locked in here. And I'm going to be honest, I am so happy to see MongolZ back. I am so happy to see MongolZ back. I was so mad when Senzu left because I'm not even like that big of a MongolZ fan. But I feel like it's also impossible to not glaze them a little bit. It's impossible to not like them at least a little bit. Why isn't Spirit on the list? Spirit wasn't here. Spirit was not at this event. No, I was very upset. And they look like the same old MongolZ, dare I say. Maybe their ceiling is slightly lower than it was before, but I don't even know if we can say that because I feel like we haven't seen CobraZera's full potential at this point. I don't think they have the same ceiling, maybe, as, like, winning tournaments. But I could see them popping into a couple finals this year. And who knows? They could... If CobraZera, like, keeps developing as a player, they could have the same ceiling. I just think it's, like, the core of the team is so good, man. The core of the team is so unbelievably good. Like, 9-10, Mizinho, Techno, Blitz. These guys are goated. And it sucks that Senzu is gone, but, like, they're gonna make a lot of different players work as the 5th. Also, I thought CobraZera had a way better rating pre-playoffs. Yo, thank you for the follow, brother. Why does CobraZera not have a good rating? Maybe it was just eye test. And because I thought so low of him prior. Okay, is this not... Did I not hit the thing? Why does this count? Why does this count this? Why would they do this? Because they count the 3rd, 4th place game as this? That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Let me change the dates. This is actual pre-playoffs. I guess because the 3rd, 4th place game is, like, not real. Okay, now let's look. A 115. There it is. Okay. That's what I thought it would be. Okay, we ignore the 3rd, 4th. We ignore the 3rd, 4th place game. That's not real. That's not a real game. CobraZera and 9-10 look very good this tournament. I'm excited to see MongolZ be back. I'm very happy they look good. I hope they continue to look good. Hopefully. Alright, moving on. 3D Max. Guys, did you hear the news? Mouse is Vitality in 3rd place decider games. That might actually be true. That probably is the same thing for Falcons as well. As soon as the pressure is off, they actually can finally play well. 3D Max to swap body for Masuda. NBK to join as an assistant coach. Now, there's a couple things about this. 3D Max so far this year has not been great, okay? We can look at 3D Max so far this year. They haven't really done anything. I don't think they made the playoffs of any of these. I mean, Krakow would have been insane for them to make playoffs. Blast Bounty, what did they do? I already forgot. Did they lose? They lost immediately. So far this year, 3D Max has not been good. So I am all down for them to make a change. Okay? Like, you can change anyone at this point. No one on the team is really playing that well. But here is the scary part. France does not have that much talent outside of ZywOo. You know, we can go down to France. They're picking up Masuda, who is a fine player, right? Masuda's a fine player. He's not horrible. But hold on, let's go to all. They picked him up because he dropped a 104 in tier 2 so far this year. Now, maybe I'm just being a hater, but I feel like a 104 in tier 2 might not be enough to translate and play well in tier 1. That's just my opinion, though. Maybe he'll be good. Maybe he'll be good. The only upgrade would be I agree. But he's stuck in Ents jail. This is like the only talent France really has at this point. But I think he probably signed a decent contract with Ents, and I don't know if 3D Max want to pay his buyout. So, you know, 3D Max, I'm gonna put you guys in losers. I'm sorry. Aurora. Let's go back to PGL. Aurora is you know what, I'll just do this. Okay, never mind. Aurora is, they made playoffs. This is like typically the bare minimum for Aurora. This is typically the bare minimum for Aurora. And they did have to play Vitality first round. I am going to put Aurora in a nothing burger. They didn't really... The Aurora is just the same team as always. The only part that I would say is maybe loser-wise for Aurora is Soulfly looked way worse. I mean, I guess he didn't look horrible. He had a 104, but he was popping the fuck off at Krakow. And that makes you think that, holy shit, maybe Soulfly is a generational talent that can put Aurora over the top. Get over the ceiling. But that was not the case here. He was fine. He wasn't horrible. He was just fine. And I guess he only had a 107 here, but I swear to God, I saw this dude popping the fuck off. I swear to God. Let me see pre-playoff. Pre-playoff rating. I don't know why HLTV takes so long to load. Just give it a second, guys. It doesn't like when I do pre-playoffs. It's the only thing that takes forever to load. Okay, pre-playoffs, he had a 119. This dude was off his fucking rocker. See, when I was watching Krakow... Guys, I have 2 gigs up, 2 gigs down. I'm telling you it's HLTV. I'm telling you. Soulfly was a demon. If this is actually what Soulfly is, Aurora could be cracked. Aurora could be cracked, okay? But unfortunately, he kind of went back to being just fine here. You know what? To be fair, though, what was his pre-playoff? What was his pre-playoff. What was that? Let's see. You see what I'm saying? He had a 106. He was fine. I mean, Aurora, this is just a nothing burger. Maybe a slight loser because Soulfly might not be a prodigy. I have to piss. Do not stress, my sons. We are back. All right. Parivision. This is obvious. Parivision is a winner. Parivision is a winner because they proved to me and everyone that they are the real deal. They are the real deal. I wasn't sure if they were. I mean, I was fairly sure they were a very good team, but I didn't know if they would be like good enough to consistently make runs to winning tournaments, but I think they're going to be doing that all year. Okay. Krakow is the only thing that was kind of like, are they really good enough to consistently make runs? You know, they kind of looked a little off here. They don't look horrible, but we lose to Navi, who Navi is so, I don't know. Navi is so unsure. Like, I'm unsure of how good Navi is. I don't know. And then they lose to Astralis. This is where I was like, I think they're a really good team, but I don't know. And this is proof to me that Parivision is without a doubt, in my mind, currently a top 5 team in the world. They're a top 5 team in the world, okay? James is fucking goated. Everyone else is goated. I mean, listen, everyone on the team is good, okay? Yeah. Noda, I know, was goated at... He was goated at Blast Bounty. He's kind of been not as good since then. He's kind of been not as good since then. Let's actually check. So far this year, Noda a 0.99. That's crazy. Zwei has been a generational ad. I mean, holy fuck, Zwei has been a generational ad for this team. They're a good team, though, man. I'm excited to see them play at more events. I think James might be making a real case for him to be in the top 20 this year. It has been 2 months of James and Parivision in Tier 1, and I'm pretty sure I have seen more clips from James than I have from MongolZ since he joined Falcons. Let that simmer. Now, I don't know if that's actually true, but in my opinion, I feel like I've seen more clips from James in 2 months than I have from MongolZ in a year. Like, James has been playing out of his fucking mind so far this year. I've seen more Zwei clips than Kioske. Let that simmer, bro. I mean, wow. I mean, wow. That's recency bias. It might be recency bias. But I'm hopping on the recency bias bandwagon, bro. James is doing some wild shit right now in Tier 1. Bro, that James clip where he's long dust 2 and he waits. So he kills the guy with the gun. He doesn't kill the guy with the USP. Waits for him to switch to a nade. That is one of the greatest plays I have ever seen. I am not even kidding. Maybe that's crazy, Glaze. That shit was unbelievable. Just because of how smart it was. Like, that is one of the smartest plays of all time. I mean, my God. Enough Parivision Glaze. Okay, I just like seeing new teams. I just like seeing new teams at the top of Counter-Strike. So any team that, like, rises up the ranks and starts playing really well, I'm going to glaze the fuck out of. It's what I did for Furia and MongolZ. It's what I'm going to do for Parivision. I just like new and exciting teams. That's all. Any other team that comes up here, I'm going to start glazing. Okay? Like, I like when things are new. That's about it. Mouse. Fuck Mouse. Fuck Mouse. Oh my God, bruh. What? Listen, I like Torshi. I like Torshi. And he might be partially right. We're still using... We maybe overdo the aura bit a little too much. It's kind of getting overdone. Slightly. There's too much... The word aura is said too much. So I almost get what he's saying, but it just sounds so... He just sounds, I don't know. When you are like the main team getting called Auralus, and then you come out and say something like that, it just sounds like cope. It just sounds like cope. And it's sad because Torji was like the players on Mouse I like. But at this point, they need to change the team or they're just going to be a consistent 3rd, 4th place team for the rest of their life, you know? I don't know what Mouse does. And it hurts me to see Mouse like this. It hurts me to see Mouse like this. Because I love organizations that are old. I love organizations that are from 1.6 and are still alive. Mouse has been around for like 20 fucking years, bro. I want to like this team. It's just... I just can't root for them, man. Heavy God should go to Mouse. Flames as well. And they keep Xertion. Who else can they get? Who is Flame's brother? You know what's crazy? Is I feel like the minus I hate saying this motherfucker's name. I always said Sui, but I heard Sui was wrong. And then I heard that it was also Shui instead. The minus Shui plus Sphinx move is like the most... The team got better and also worse at the very time. They got better and worse at the very time. With Shui, they actually won 3 tournaments. With Sphinx, they've won 1. But they feel consistently better without him. Higher floor, lower ceiling. Yeah, I guess that's true. The higher floor, lower ceiling is what they did. Because, like, they won tournaments with Shui, man. They won tournaments with him. They won 3 of them. They were, like, the #1 ranked team in the world with him for a bit. And without him, they're fine. They're a good team. They just can't actually win tournaments. This tournament, I do not count, bro. This shit is a fake-ass S-tier tournament. There was no teams here. What? Falcons before Monacy? You think I'm moved by Falcons before Monacy? Your biggest competition was that in Astralis and FaZe. Oh my. If Shui ever comes back in the open market, I don't think that, I don't think they'd pick him up. But, like, they were better. They could actually win tournaments with him. It's just a weird situation. Mouse, infinite losers until something happens. Infinite losers. Furia, kind of just a nothing burger, man. Kind of just a nothing burger. We know what Furia is at this point. They are a good team, but they're going to be like... You know, they're going to be going up and down like the waves, bro. They're going to be up and down like the waves, okay? I don't think they're consistently good. They look very up and down. I feel like they have the ceiling to beat anyone in the world. You know, if Vitality's playing at their peak, then maybe not Vitality, but I feel like they can beat anyone. I'm not really going to cook them for losing to MongolZ, because I think MongolZ is just genuinely a good team. But, like, I feel like their floor is also not super high. They're a very up and down team, and I think that's just, like, that... I feel like we kind of already knew that with them. You know, they're not going to win every tournament. They're going to make the finals of every single tournament. This is just what they are. And I don't think this changed anything. You know, they're a good team. They're going to rattle off some tournament wins this season, most likely. Most likely. Do we go to the poly market bet? Dude, I want there to be, genuinely, I want there to be a poly market line of Mouse coming in 3rd to 4th place at tournaments. I think that is an infinite money glitch, genuinely. Bro, if there is a bet for Mouse to come in 3rd to 4th place at tournaments, you fucking slam that shit. I put my life savings into that shit, not financial advice. Ugh, I mean, my God. Let's look at Furia's ratings. Okay, Furia's not even one of the top teams here. MongolZ, Quesarado, and then everyone else was not great. I feel like MongolZ and Quesarado did their jobs for the most part. Obviously, they can play better, but they didn't play bad. Yakinder didn't play great. Yuri, I mean, I don't know. What did, I know, obviously, like, Yakinder normally plays a lot better, I feel like, at events they win. How good does Yuri play at events they win? At the 3 events they won last year, how good was Yuri? A 117. A 113. And a 102. So, I mean, if Yuri's playing well, they're most likely going to win the tournament. Yakinder, I feel like, is hit or miss. He's typically pretty damn good. But, like, we look at this tournament, it looks like MongolZ and Yakinder did, or MongolZ and Quesarado did their jobs. And Yuri and Yakinder had to play better. That's pretty much about it. Yuri did not play well at all. Yakinder was meh. Yakinder said in an interview that he had food poisoning. Well, how did he play before the food poisoning? Guys, I'm telling you, it's only the pre-playoff. It's only the pre-playoff. I don't know why it takes so long. You can't, I mean, he didn't really play that well before playoffs anyways. Yuri played horrifically pre-playoffs. Oh my god. I mean, I just think that's kind of what you get. You know, you're not going to replace Yuri. There's like no shot in hell you're replacing Yuri. You just live with this. He's going to have good events. He's going to have bad events. This is just a nothing burger to me. Like, I'm not overreacting about Furia losing in the playoffs. It is what it is. Foot. Guys, I'm glazing Foot until the day I die. I love this team. I love Foot. I love feet. I can't get enough of watching them. I mean, I'm gonna glaze them because they're a new team that's playing well in Tier 1. But, like, genuinely, guys, Lawn X, this guy is a freak. And he has a fire-ass sleeve. Lawn X can have my children if he wants. I said it. Sue me. Lawn X is a fucking animal. They were so close to making the playoffs as well, man. They were so close. They got matched up with Mouse and Parivision. Mouse and... Dude. The 3 games they lost were to Furia, Mouse, and Parivision. How can this possibly be anything but a win? Are you fucking kidding me? What ranks are these teams in the world? These are all top 5 teams in the world they lost to. VRS points. They lost to the number 2, the number 3, and the number 4 ranked teams in the world. Those are the only teams they lost to. Their Foot is so fucking good. Foot is so good. I mean, my god. Did you know Brokey is the lowest rated non-IGL player this year? That can't be true. Sorry, guys. We need to look at this real quick. No, Foot is fun as fuck to watch. Lawn X is sick. Krebeni is sick. Every single player on the team is fun to watch. The only person who I think isn't that fun to watch is Symmetry. But I don't even think he's that bad. I think Symmetry is overhated. I really don't think he's that bad. I just don't... I think you can upgrade him. Potentially. But I don't think he's a horrific player either. Like, he's really not that bad. Holy shit. See, guys, it could be worse. Symmetry could be worse. Where is he? Where is he on here? He's got a 101. I mean, he's better than Senpaius. Like, he's not horrible. You know? He's not horrible. Like, obviously a 101 isn't going to blow your socks off. But it's like... You know, it's only 0.02 worse than Frozen. How's 100 Thieves doing? Actually, not too bad, bro. I made a short on it earlier today. They did pretty good, dude. They made the playoffs of their first LAN event. They beat NIP in a BO3. They weren't too horrible. Moving on to Na'Vi. Na'Vi. I don't know what to think about Na'Vi. What is Na'Vi? They're just a nothing burger. Na'Vi is just the same team. You know, I watched them, and they're just a fine team. They're just a good team. That's about it. Like, I don't really have any takeaways for Na'Vi. It's just they're a good team. Like, they can compete with the best teams in the world. But I also am not surprised when they bomb out last place in tournaments. Ima did choke in front of the home crowd as well. That's true. He was playing out of his mind prior to that as well. It's very sad. Bit is back in form. That's the best news for Na'Vi, genuinely. Let's look at pre-playoff stats. How good was Emo playing? And then how good was he playing in the playoff game? First time here after watching on YouTube. How you doing? I am doing good, bro. A 1-2-2. A 1-12. It's truly the biggest disappointment for Na'Vi so far this year has been Wonderful has played like shit. Which is really upsetting because he played really, really well at Budapest. He played really well at Budapest. And he has started this year off horrifically. MongolZ hasn't been horrible. He hasn't been as good as I think you would like him to be. But he is still young. So I feel like you don't... You know, you don't... I'm not gonna shit on MongolZ. You gotta give MongolZ time. He's still very, very young. He just joined the team halfway through the end of last year. Or halfway through last year. How bad was Emo in the playoff game? Because he had a 112 before, which is pretty good. Okay. Okay, maybe my internet is actually dog shit. I'm coming to the heartbreaking realization. It's because it was pre-playoff, bro. There's something about the... Okay, yeah, so that's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Well, that's fine, bro. It was just your home crowd cheering you on. They wanted you to win for them, but it's fine. I get it, dude. It's okay. Wonderful needs to lock in. Na'Vi can be so much better if Wonderful locks in. I know MongolZ can play better than this. They're just a team. They're a team of all time. I don't think we learned anything from this. They're fine. That's pretty much it. Bait. Guys, when will Bait finally find an opera that they like? This is the question that many people have been asking. When will Bait finally find a team or when will Bait finally find an opera that works for them? They lose to Furia, MongolZ, and Aurora. Like, can I really hate on them for that? Like, not really. They're like a tier 1.5 team. Tier 1.75 team, maybe even. They're fine. How'd their new opera look? I watched him. He looked really good at certain points, but then I also feel like I would watch other games and he was whatever. He was fine. He was their worst player. Okay, but it is his first event with the team. We don't hate on him for this. I feel like he had some really good maps spread in there. Where were they? It was against Heroic. He farmed Heroic. Okay. And his first ever map against Furia, he looked not horrible. He really fell off in these series. I think he can get better with time, though. I don't really know what to do with Bait. I think he can be better than Headtrick. Headtrick had some really good moments on Bait, but towards the end of his tenure, he was looking rough. So I think he can be better than Headtrick was at the end. But, like, I'm more concerned with NPL. This entire team ran through NPL. I'll show you some head tricks. I feel like this whole team ran through NPL, man. And if NPL's not playing well and dropping 1.2 ratings, what is Bait? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 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 I don't, like, you're in between losers and nothing. If there was a tier in between these two, I'd put you there. Like, I don't think you're necessarily a loser because I think Sizzy has potential and this is more of just, like, a tryout for him. So I'll put you in Nothing Burger, I guess. But, like, you're kind of slightly a loser. I can put you in the middle. Like... slight loser? Kinda. But, like... not really that bad. Like, what do I do? I feel like bait just belongs here. You're getting an extra tier. Astralis? You think for the gifted sub, Hugh? Thank you, Mr. Huberton. Astralis. Here's the deal with Astralis. You guys might think this is cooked. I'm putting Astralis in winners. They didn't play that well at this tournament. But I think the fact that Stare popped off like he did. And I mean, like, they lose to Navi, Foot, Aurora. You can't be too mad about that. Hello, Wisconsin legend. Hello, bro. I'm happy to carry the whole weight of Wisconsin on my back. God bless this state, bro. I think Astralis is a winner because every single tournament, I feel like I have seen a different player pop off for the team. Fuzi has looked great. Ryu has looked great. Stare just played out of his fucking mind. Even goddamn Yabby has looked good at certain points, right? Hooksy is like... Hooksy's not a bad caller. Hooksy's a fine caller, okay? Stare literally was a top 4 player this entire event. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm putting Astralis in winners. I can't believe I'm saying this. I've been an Astralis hater for years. Years and years and years. I really fuck with this new team they have. It's unfortunate how bad Yabby played. Ryu has played better. Fuzi has played better. But we saw how good Stare can be. With how bad they played, they still nearly made the playoffs. Isn't that actually kind of fucking insane? Stare had a 1-2-4. Fuzi played meh. Ryu played meh. Yabby played horribly, and they were still only 1 game from the playoffs. That's impressive to me. I'm putting them in winner. I mean, yo, Astralis is goated. Is Astralis working their way out of Aura debt? I think they genuinely might be. The Ryu Fuzi moves on paper when it first happened looked like it would be a fine move, but I feel like it's working out very well. Okay. I feel like it's been working out very well. Yabby looked in his top 20 form in Crackle, so I put him in my fantasy. I fell for that trap as well. I am so fucking sad. Yabby was so bad this tournament. Yeah, Astralis, you guys are winners. I fuck with you heavy. Falcons. Until you motherfuckers learn how to play as a team and stop over-peaking and throw the worst rounds I have ever seen in my entire life, I am putting you in loser. How are we getting a new screenshot every single tournament? That should be fucking impossible. We are genuinely getting a new Falcon screenshot every single tournament. How? How? Look at the players' ratings. Look at the players' ratings pre-playoffs. Look at how good this team can be. Just wait. It's going to take 20 minutes for this to load. But I mean... oh. I am 100% sure they paid the crowd. Falcons? I'm going to be honest, bro. I don't think so. I think Falcons is just a really, like... I understand the hate for the organization, but the players on the team are very easy to cheer for. Nico and Monesi are always going to have fans. So, like, I feel like Falcons are always going to have people cheering for them. No matter what tournament it is. Bro. A 1.39. A 1.35. Nico at a 115. This team can be so fucking good. This team can be so good. But oh my god. Oh my god. They need to lock in. Either Zonic or Kixin needs to lock these fuckers in. I feel like Kixin is scared to speak up and tell these guys, stop throwing rounds, stop over peaking, stop ego peaking. What the fuck are we doing? Either like some change has to happen, or some magical force coming down from the heavens has to rewire the players' brains. It's just so frustrating watching them play. Like, because I like MongolZ and Nico as well. I want Kioske to succeed. But I mean, they're just so horrible in man advantage situations. It's been 10 months since MongolZ won anything. It's sad, man. It's sad to not see MongolZ win tournaments. Like, you guys, they're losers until they win it, until MongolZ wins a tournament. Then you can finally be a winner. But holy fuck. Heroic, guys, what, I don't even like, I guess Heroic's like slight losers, but what is the fuck is going on with Heroic, bro? I know they messed up Alcarin's visas. Is this dude ever gonna play a tournament with the team again? Ever. Like, I don't even know. What do I even do with Heroic? They're just kind of here. Playing with a fucking youngster as an AWPer. What do you want me to do with this, bruh? Like, I guess you're losers, but at the same time, you're just in a really weird spot right now. They said they hope he can play before the major. Are you kidding me? Bro, the major's in like 4 fucking months. What do you mean you hope he can play before the major? That's what? Let me just look at their stats, bro. Susp has looked like one of the worst players in all of tier 1. Let's see if he played better here. That's better than worst of all time. That's better than worst of all time. Heroic, for fucking up Alcarin's visas, you're actually going in losers. That's unreal. That they hope he can play before the major. I'm moving him down. I'm moving him down, actually. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Pain? I mean, Pain's obviously losers, but, like, how harsh are we on Pain? Because I feel like they keep making these roster moves, and they just don't actually get better. Their first tournament, I mean, they played MongolZ Aurora G2. That's tough. But you gotta win something. Oh my god. They hope. The invites for the major is in 5 weeks. I mean, it's just insane. It's just insane. Genuinely. What do we think about Pain? They're just like, what are even the expectations for them? I feel like the expectations were way too high because they made a semifinals in Austin after Furia kind of choked that game to them. Oh my god. I mean, this is pretty bad. I have to put you in losers. Like, I get that you're probably like a 1.5 tier 1.5 team, but I don't know. They just look so scuffed. Pain with DGT and David looked so good. Only I just am autistic. I can't read. But communication problems, I guess. Yeah, that's what I heard as well. I don't think VSM and Pariah. Is that Pariah Jr.? I think that is what his name is. Pariah Jr.
Pyria.
Pyria Jr. Okay, Pyria Jr. Or maybe I'll just call you by your last name, Barbosa. Barbosa's kind of a fire last name.
Pyria.
I think Furia is a good player. I think VSM's a good player. I just think this team does not look very good right now, and I think they could look a lot better. I think they could look a lot better. I don't know, like, you're just, like, you're kind of a slight loser because does anyone really expect you to do anything at Tier 1 tournaments that much? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think slight loser or full loser? They're just kind of whatever. Unbiased to FaZe. Actually, Snus. Snus new pious to FaZe. I would love that move, bro. Then I can watch FaZe be mid for another 3 years. Loser, fuck Pain. Okay, we'll keep Pain and loser. Here's the final teams, guys. Here's the final teams. What do we think about this? Anything you guys would change? I think this looks good to me. Let me get the fellas ready for gobbledygook. Jam Young and Simple to FaZe. Ultimate to FaZe. FaZe should be in a separate tier. That's actually a good idea. I will always shit on FaZe when I get the chance. JL said he was about to join an actually good team before the deal fell through. Which team do you think he was referring to? What team could JL have possibly joined? I still can't believe it was rumored that he could have possibly joined MongolZ. That is not real life. I don't even know, bro. I have no fucking clue what team he possibly could have joined. Who would he have replaced on G2? Him and MongolZ don't really play even close to the same roles, do they? Falcons? I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know what team he could have joined. Maybe it was Liquid. I feel like I could see Liquid doing some dumb shit like that. Yeah, I guess that's true. It wasn't rumored. Literally, they were going to have JL play on MongolZ. That would have been one of the greatest images of all time. A team of 4 Mongolians and JL. That would go down in history as one of the greatest Counter-Strike screenshots of all time. I mean, my God. Alright, I think it's face it time, guys. W winners and losers. W winners and losers. Oh. Should I post this? Should I post this on Twitter? Do we engagement form on Twitter? Astralis. It could be Astralis, considering that they did go international. I don't know. We'll see, bro. We'll see. Hot take, the winner was Vitality and the losers were everyone else. Yo. W take, bro. That is a really good take. Alright, YouTube chat. I will be video on Wednesday. Stream on Wednesday. Okay? Lock in. I'll see you then. Other than that, that's it from us today. I'm playing Face It over on Twitch. I don't know what I'll be doing on Wednesday. I have a couple ideas, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, I'll see you guys in a couple days. Goodbye!